Hello, hello. That turned out so cute. Let me get my video up. They've changed things. I mean, they changed things the other night. It's still like that. Hey, Miss Kelly. My mouse does not want to work either. I think it's because I dropped it earlier. Or it could be that. Much better. Had nothing to do with me dropping it. All right. So there's that. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I gotta get situated here. I feel like I'm crooked. I always feel like I'm crooked. So this is the little board that we got a pack of on sale for like, there was 5 of these. I think they were $1.50, 5 of this size. And look, it didn't bleed and make like goofy on those small letters either. I love how this turned out. And I went to another craft store of the same kind. Yay, you're a top fan! Woohoo! To look and see if they had more of those boards. And they didn't. Well, they had the new ones, not the ones on clearance. If they had them, I couldn't find them. So I'm going to have to go back to mine and find them. But I bought some more shirts because they were on sale this week. Last week they weren't on sale. And then I bought some other stuff. So I got to get this stuff out of the way. And while I do that, I need to send this out. But I got to find the button. Oh, there it is. All right. Because they've changed the way they do this. They've got it split with an overview and the live chat button now. So, you know, Facebook. We'll just pop that right there. And I need to get these out of the way. And I washed the ones that I can do the tie-dye on, so I got to get those folded too. Or somewhat folded. They don't have to be perfect folds, because they're just going to go sit until I actually use them. At least these. And I'm going to use the Easy Press on them anyway. This is like a really pretty green color. It's not army green. It's more like a dark moss. It's really pretty. All right, let me get those over here where they belong, underneath my tray, which is probably going to be a mistake. I'm going to have to move. All right, let's sit there still. No, I need to fold the white ones. The white ones need to go underneath there too. All right. I mean, the white ones are kind of folded. I washed them and I piled them all up when I took them out of the dryer, so they're kind of halfway folded. Let me just make them better. They don't have to be perfect. They're going to get scrunched up because these are going to be used for tie-dyeing, and we're going to use our Chalk Couture ink and try that to see how it tie-dyes. I think it'll work fine. All right, pardon me a second. I got to move this stuff out of the way and out so I have room to do my other stuff. All right, got that out of the way. And then I'll show you what else I got at the craft store today. And part of that is what we're going to attempt. Where did I put the rest of it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Didn't mean to like be all big-headed in the video here. Let me go back over to my comments. All right, so Kelly's our top fan. I got to get this where I can read it. And that didn't even show up over here. Hello, Shonda. Why does it not say you're a top fan over here? You poor thing. You're only a top fan on the phone, not on the laptop. Okay, let me go back over here. What is this button? More like this. Well, I don't want to do that. All right. Let me send this out to a couple places real quick, which I need my other little screen. There. And see, now I can't see what you're saying over there. I still feel like I'm crooked. I still feel like I'm crooked. I'm just crooked. That's not there. What are you doing, Maui? Are you whining? Oh, that's weird. Well, I also have regular, like, I'm pretty sure it's Tulip brand, because supposedly that's the best brand to use for tie-dyeing, unless you're actually using the RIT. I don't want to make a whole big container of it. I'm just going to use the little squirt bottles. I got one of those multicolor kits, so we're going to try that. But we're also going to try using the ink to see if we can do it with the ink. I'm pretty sure we can. I don't know why we couldn't water it down and do it with ink. So we may tie up one of those shirts tonight and try that. I do not like having this on two little different sections. And you know what? I share this into my uplines group because I'm the featured person this week. We'll post in there. And it's being slow for posting it. Group. Dump. Okay, now let me send it to the one place that I was talking about. I think I can send that. I'm supposed to be able to. All right. Sure. That's gonna be scary. Okay. I'll go back to live chat. Yeah, I bought one of the kits, but it's been sitting because I've been scared to do it, and I'm not a big fan of white t-shirts. Like, gray is usually as much as I go, so I'm not a fan of white t-shirts, but if they're tie-dyed, that's a little different. Okay, so what did I get today? And by the way, if anybody's joined, my name is Vicki. I'm an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I went shopping at the craft store. They're having a big sale. The one with the guy name, because I don't give them free advertising. You can figure that out on your own. So I bought some stuff. I gotta put this away. Wait, you see all the dark, bold stuff? That was my coupons that got it added onto it. Everything was discounted. All right, so now the other day when I was at the dollar store, I found these like really thin, like foam sheets that I'm going to use to do like cutouts. And then today at the craft store, I found a whole multicolored pile, like so many more color choices. Look at that. And these were on clearance too. No, they weren't $1, but they were like $5. But I've got white ones and like light gray ones in there. So I'm excited about using those as well, and black ones. Those weren't in the other ones. So, and these look like they're a little bit thicker too. Oh, and hot dang. these have adhesive on the back. So instead of having to get the hot glue out or the little glue dots to put those on a board or a project, I can just peel the back off of these. That's why they're thicker too. Yay. Okay, that's awesome. So excited about those. All right, let me move that out of the way. And then I got another pack of the beads to color. So now I have 3 of those because we're going to make different little decorative beads with our chalk. And then I got, these were not on clearance. Oh, I got those shirts, the colored shirts. So I got some embroidery rings, or hoops, sorry, of different sizes. That was a multi-pack. Now I can't put them back in the bag. All right, fine, just go there. And then they had a bunch of like pre-cut fabric that, you know, normally hangs on the wall. They had it on clearance as well, and then some smaller pieces. Like this one's like a wintry scene with like a fox. There's a deer. I thought this would be cute for, what else is on there? Oh, there's a squirrel. We need a squirrel transfer. I'm all about wanting a squirrel transfer. Kind of like the Cottontail Farms rabbit, where it looks like it's embossed. And then this one looked like kind of fallish, but tie-dyed at the same time. So we'll see what I come up with that. Then we had this cute anchor pattern. And then this like fuzzy Sherpa one. And I have an idea for this, but we're going to try one of these tonight. And we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I got to retool everything, and some of these may be going back to the craft store. Who knows? But we're going to try one of the anchors. Yes, one of the anchors. So those are all on clearance. I'm like, okay, well, I don't mind buying clearance stuff to try out, so we're going to try out something. And I need... First, I need to see how big it is. So if you're on, make sure you say hello. Let us know you're out there. That's how you become one of the regulars. I don't like using my good scissors for this. I could just cut the whole thing apart, right? Or rip it apart. I think this, I mean, in my head, this is big enough to do what I want to do with it, so. Oh yeah. It's big enough to do what we want with it. So look, embroidery hoop, pattern, and transfer. Now I just got to find where I want this. And see how many layers it is. Because I only want like one layer of this. It is a yard, which I figured would be, you know, 3 feet across and 3 up and down, so I was right with that. Now I just got... I feel like I'm fighting with a ghost. All right. Let me get this over here. Like I said, I think this will work. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. I just don't normally play with embroidery hoops, so we're going to undo this. And we want it to be at least this big. And I don't really care about it being wrinkled underneath. I mean, maybe I do. But I don't really. It's going to have a wrinkle right there regardless. Okay. Well, that'll be fine. That'll buff out, right? Kelly, did you disappear on me and come back? All right, I am going to cut this just so it's easier to deal with my little scissors here, and I'm going to give myself a little extra room because I don't want to be too close. And I should have gone and got the actual fabric scissors, not my transfer trimmers, but these will work. Should have got my other scissors. All right. All right, get that out of the way. I don't have to deal with this big ghost that I'm dealing with. Oh, geez. Now it's like folding a map. How did it start out? Got to put the road map back together. It is. It's like a road map. Was it folded that way? Was it folded this way? I think it was folded that way. At some point, it's got a bend in it. We're going to just fake it till we make it. Looks good to me. Kind of folds back up. Okay, that's going in the thing. See, we're doing an easy one because if this works, then I'll be able to do the bigger ones. All right. So, these are kind of navy blue on white. I got to pick out a color to go with it. And we're going to use this. We're getting our inking mat because we're going to use ink tonight. All right, let me find the actual straight edge, not the one that I hacked up and cut. All right. And we're going to put this on here, kind of get it even. Now our ink mats from Chalk Couture have some sticky on it, so that's why I wasn't too worried about it having wrinkles in it, because I can put it on here and have it lay flat. You wonder what I'm about to do? Well, I'm going to make a little, like, kind of wreath thing. Little door hanger if you want it to be. Decoration for your wall. I don't know, just kind of all went in my head. All right. I have one little spot that I'm not digging having a wrinkle. It's got a bubble. It's got a bubble. All right. So we have this on here. Hello, Debbie. That's the inside hoop. Yes. And it's going to be a tight fit because I already measured it, but we're doing this transfer, and I'm not going to put the anchor on it. Because the anchor is just going to be like, the whole anchor won't fit on here. And one thing I need to do. No, I don't. probably need to do. Hold on. I have exposed, oh, I know what I can do. I have exposed sticky that I don't want my sticky transfer to stick to, because that would be bad. So I'm going to take an old non-sticky mat and just place that at the top up here, so I don't have to worry about my transfer sticking to something that's sticky and never getting it apart again. So there. Oof. Uh-oh, Kelly's going to the big city. Now, normally you would fuzz our transfers. That's just putting a little fuzz on the back of them so they don't stick as much. Well, in this case, I'm putting it on fabric, so I don't really need to fuzz it as much. I'm just actually going to kind of place this on here. I mean, I can do part of the anchor. Anchor or not? Anchor or not? Y'all tell me. Because it's going to be like right on, part of it's going to get cut off. It's going to be right on the edge. Y'all vote. Do we do the anchor or not? I kind of think we do. No, no. Oh, okay. All right. Y'all are saying no. All right. Well, in that case, I'm moving up the wording. And I'm going to put the wording more in the middle. All right, so that's going to be that much. I need to move it down a little bit. Just having this other backer, or the other piece where it doesn't stick to the sticky mat was a smart idea. That would have been bad. That would have been very bad. All right. And I'm just like rough guessing. All right, that's where it's going to go. I'm scooting my ring out because I don't need that in there. And it doesn't matter if it's exactly perfect because I can adjust this into the ring. All right, we're just going to do the words. And I'm thinking candy apple red. That's just the color it's screaming to me, so that's the color I'm going to use. And my ink needs a little water and to be stirred up because it's a little old. So let me stir that up real quick. Oh, it's a little thick. Normally you don't have to add any water to the inks, but this ink has lasted me a while. Uh-oh, Natalie chimed in yes. All right, well, I got 2 no's and 1 yes. So we're just going to go with the no anchor. And I can always make another one with the anchor if we really think it needs it. Or I have other things that I can put on it, like shells and compasses and other things, but I think we'll try without the anchor just to start with and go that way. All right. This is still a little bit probably thicker than I want. I need to clean this up so I don't get ink anywhere. Hello, Miss Ruby. Because the ink, I can't talk. The ink will be permanent once it's heat set. You can try to get it out before that, but it's most likely going to leave a stain, and you don't want that anywhere that you don't want ink. All right, I can't see there. All right, so let me get my squeegee. See, I checked my finger before I touched my shirt. Yeah, it's going to cut it off because there's no way to do it without cutting it off. So we'll try it this way. I just got to remember to not just go whole crazy while I'm doing this. Shouldn't be that hard. All right, so we're going to start and just put some ink on here on our letters. This is a little thick. It's fine. I usually like to put my ink on a little thick anyway and let it just sit and soak up. So really, it's not a big deal to me. Now I do have our inking mat underneath it. That's that adhesive board that I've got. It's not a board, it's a mat underneath it. And that's so the ink does not bleed through and get on my table or anything underneath it. And it keeps my fabric or whatever I'm working on in place. That's a total game changer. Not having to worry about it moving around. Awesome. Like I said, I wasn't worried about there being lines in the, or not lines, but creases in the actual fabric. Generally speaking, you should only go one way when you're inking. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing. The reason you want to do just really one direction, and that is to help reduce bleeding underneath the screen. This one I think I have a pretty good seal on, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I'm just going to get my extra ink back in the jar. Now after I pull this ink off, and we finish what we're doing tonight, I will clean this screen with water in the sink and usually a board eraser or Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and that will help get some of the paste or ink out depending on what you're using. Now where the teal part is, it will be stained from this red. Completely fine. Completely fine. As long as the part where it's see-through ends up clean, you're good. You want the screen to be clean. This teal part can stain all at once because it just blocks the ink or the paste from going through. That's its job. It's okay if it stains. Let me get this out of the way and let me get this squeegee out of the way. Yeah, exactly. Do as I say, not as I do. My ink was actually pretty thick, so. Did you see that? It attacked me. So my ink being thicker was less chance of it bleeding underneath. That paper towel tried to attack me. And I'm just making sure I get all the ink off of this and off my fingers before putting them on here to pull this up. Especially red. Red will, you'll know, you'll leave little bloody fingerprints. Anytime I'm working with ink, I try to double and triple check my fingers for ink before touching my fabric again. And the t-shirt I'm wearing is one of the shirts that I've made. All right, I'm gonna move my tray over here. I just have a tray that I put my transfers that have ink or paste on them in, and I don't have to worry about like it sticking to stuff or getting that ink on anything until I'm ready to take it to the sink. See? It just sits like this. I put it back over here. It's out of the way until I'm ready to go to the sink. Ta-da! Okay, it's not super bold, but it's fine. And I'm just going to, I've got to move this. I don't need this anymore. Now this is still wet. I'm going to dry it where it's tacky to the touch, and then we're going to heat set it. This is not heat setting it. This is just drying it so I can use my Cricut on it. My Easy Press. Oh, that is loud. It's not over there. I think it's over here. I got stuff on top of it. I forgot to look for that. It's still tacky. Another reason not to pull it off of the ink mat yet is because otherwise it'd just be blowing around. It's not going anywhere with this. But this makes my life easier. I turned it up a little bit. See if I can speed it up. And Facebook's being weird. Facebook's doing its thing. I keep seeing it on the laptop freeze. And it's actually plugged in. The phone's on Wi-Fi. I think it's on Wi-Fi. I did have it on cellular earlier. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's tacky to the touch. So now I'm just going to pull this off of here. See? It's sticky. We're going to remember to put our backer, or our front cover, back on this, so not everything sticks to it. And then we'll move it up to the over to the side. And I gotta find my heat mat that I put transfers and a beautiful door tag on top of. Well, shoot. Kelly, where's my heat mat? I do not see it over there. My heat mat's disappeared. Ah. All right. Well, that's a small problem. Oh, great. I found it. No, it's not under the Easy Press. It's under these pile of transfers that I need to put in my Excel spreadsheet before putting them away. And that includes these that I got at ChalkCon. Found it. Because I can't put those away until I put them in my Excel spreadsheet, because that's my new thing. All right, so now we're going to heat set this, which means I actually need to go turn on my Easy Press. Hold on. And I threw away all my Hi, I'm really close. I threw away all my parchment that I'd been using, so let me get a new piece while I turn on my Easy Press. I just gotta remember which drawer it's in. Of course, the top drawer. All right, so that's going to take about a minute or so to warm up. It doesn't take that long. And then we're going to heat set this, and it'll be good to go. And I bought some ribbon the other day, and I wonder if that will go with this. It just might. It's not the right color red, though. I have some other ribbon that I bought at the same time I bought that, and I don't know what happened to it. So when we heat set, we use, well, you can use an iron and do 4 minutes per side. I don't like ironing. I don't want to learn how to officially iron. I don't want to deal with it. It's too much work. So I have an Easy Press. It's 30 seconds per side at 305 degrees. Yeah. So much easier than an iron at 4 minutes per side. So I'm just going to put my parchment paper down on this. Because this is not dried for 24 hours and we just use the hairdryer to make it tacky to the touch, some of that ink will come up when I heat press this on the other side of my parchment. So that just keeps it from getting on my Easy Press. And we are getting there. Maybe another 30 seconds. It actually is pretty quick. So if you have any questions about Chalk Couture or what the heck I'm doing, feel free to ask me. You can leave it in the comments. You can send me a private message. You can message my 34 Designs page if you want. I did, well, that's not what I was going for. Hold on. I did post my Linktree earlier, and it should be pinned in the comments, but let me bring it and post it again. The Linktree will have the link to my MVP page where I run specials, my well, this is obviously my Facebook page, my Chalk Couture website, a quick demo video of other projects, my YouTube page, my Instagram, also details on our monthly club subscription, and then also details on how to become a designer yourself and get 40% off on your purchases in your back office. All right, this guy is warmed up, ready to go, and boom. Well, Judy probably is working. She should be working. I haven't turned her off. Judy is my chat bot. She sometimes works. You can type club and see if she pops up. You can type sample and she might pop up. See, most of the time I don't even turn on my timer because I kind of know how long it is. And you don't have to move it around. It's just something I do. Otherwise, I'll forget how long it's been sitting on here. And I have the largest size Easy Press, or at the time it was, just so I can do, I don't have to like move my press around as much. And also with an iron, you have to worry about scorching stuff. I don't usually have to worry about that with this. All right, that is enough time on that. Now you'll notice, okay, I'm gonna have to put this down. Normally I just flip it on the other side. Hold on. Can't do that one-handed. There. So see, like I said, some of the ink, because it's not completely dry, will come up on that. It's fine. It is dry now. Now we're going to flip it over and do the other side and heat set that, and then this will be completely permanent. Having the parchment there, it makes it move around a whole lot easier too. Like I said, I'm not really even paying attention to the amount of time I'm using. Now, because this is going in that frame, I am going to do the edges where it's got the crease marks. Iron it. Whew, that is hot, which is why I am careful not to burn myself. Or at least attempt not to burn myself. It's always good when you don't burn yourself doing crafts. And see, I feel like Facebook's like delayed again, so I feel like I've got like lag over there. I don't know. The phone seems to be okay. All right, good enough. We're going to put this away. Let it turn off. Whew, that was almost bad. I almost touched it to plastic. Oops, almost. And I gotta find my other ribbon. All right, that is hot. That's going over here. And then look, we take this. We have our cute little frame. We kind of center it. Can't do it with that in my head. Actually, you can do it the other way too. That's one way. Wheels are turning in my head. Wheels are definitely turning in my head. Because there's something else in my head that I'm thinking about. I think it'd be the same. Anyway. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, right? So there's that. And then you just like cut all the edge. I'm not going to bore y'all with that. You cut all the edge, which I can actually tighten down some more. You can glue it in there too. You can paint the frame. You can put a ribbon on the frame. Where'd that cute little... See, this, it needs a brighter red. It needs red like this. Not that other darker red. Which, I don't know where that ribbon is that I bought the other day. But it's better than that. But see, you can put a cute little bow on here. That's not a cute bow. We're just faking it. But you put a cute bow on there. And then you have this cute little anchor. Hope anchors the soul. Da, da, da. I wish the wording was bigger for this, but we were trying out something. It does work. This will look really cute if you go back with a ribbon around it. Like, that would be super cute. I just have this little small piece cut here. It's on my table. But that would be super cute if you went all the way around and glued that down. Just gives it a little pop. Da-da-da, I love it. All right, so that was just, we were just trying out something. It works, so yay. That is it. I'm gonna go wash that transfer in the sink. When I ink, I don't like to leave the ink in the transfers too long. Paste, I don't really like to either, but ink is more permanent than the paste, so I'm fine in the time frame that I go do it, but I'm always worried about it drying in there and then blocking the screen, so I like to go do it fairly early. So I'm going to go do that. I appreciate you watching, and we will see what else we come up with this. And like I said, I need to cut the extra, but I want to get the fabric, the actual Fiskars, to actually cut that instead of use my transfer trimmers to cut that down. So we're going to do that, and we are good to go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Have a good night.